Hi everybody, it's Rebecca Gabrielle here, and thank you so much for joining me on my YouTube channel Living with Spice. I hope everybody has had a beautiful weekend. You've enjoyed a little bit of sunshine in your neck of the woods, and if not, I hope you've had a lovely time anyway. It's Monday here in Sydney, the 26th of August, and I'm going to do a general reading for the week, just to see where things are at, how things are tracking for you, what you can perhaps expect in the week or so coming up for you. Cannot believe it's the end of August already and we're about to hit spring, which spring in the southern hemisphere, autumn or fall in the northern hemisphere. So there is definitely a change of seasons and new things I'm feeling and sensing coming into people's lives. So a very interesting time indeed. So I'm just going to pull some cards as I normally do from my deck. These are pre-shuffled and I have managed to drop one on the floor. We have 3 cards that have presented themselves. Let's see what we have for this morning. Wow, we got straight into this one, the Lovers card, straight up. So something very yummy going on there. We have the King of Wands. So this is a very strong energy coming in, and someone who's prepared to say what they need to say and deliver something quite certain, quite passionate, quite forthright. And we have the Six of Wands, which is a victory. So let's just ponder this here. So this is feeling pretty certain that it's about a relationship. So with the Lovers card presented here, it's very much a matter of the heart, and whatever is your special person in your life, the person that you've been focused on, or it could even be, let's just say, because it's a general reading, the thing that's giving you the most sense of satisfaction and fulfillment in your life, in terms of it could be a passionate project or something that's very dear to you. This is your focus at the moment. So, you know, with the Lovers card, this is forefront and center at the beginning of the week, in your mind and in your energy. So there is communication coming towards you, and it's very forthright communication. So the King of Wands represents either your energy or the energy of somebody else. It's very masculine energy, very certain energy. And this King of Wands is very determined to state the case and present what it is that they want to say and how they feel about the matter. So perhaps if this has not been present in your energy or situation before, it's definitely coming forward. Communication is coming forward very strongly this week to either yourself to state without any BS, let's just say, exactly how you feel, straight up. And it's a very sort of objective approach to the communication, very almost business-like, which is, you know, a little disconcerting when we're talking about, you know, passion and matters of the heart. But in many ways, it's wanted and needed. So you're either at a situation where you're just feeling that you really need to lay everything on the table and say what it is, or the other person has this energy, or perhaps even both. So it is a very masculine energy, very strong energy, and it's timely. It's like you've been waiting for this moment to experience this level of communication around this matter that is very much connected to your heart and what is important to you in your life at this moment. And let's just say, despite the strength of this King of Wands and, you know, determination and certainty, nothing to be feared. It's actually going to bring you victory. So we have the Six of Wands here. So the Six of Wands card represents success and victory in what you've been hoping for. So everybody's rallying forward, communication is coming in. Yeah, it's as simple as that. It's a victory card. So, and yeah, it's coming forward to you this week. So there's no more delays in the communication. Very interesting. All right, I'm going to pull some cards from the Psychic Tarot deck. We thank you, Spirit, for your help with communication this week, your assistance and guidance. We ask for the cards. Here we go, they're coming. I do feel like there's a lot to be said, but we want something that's specific and helpful. Well, the cards that have come out, we have Fear, the Serpent, and we have the Water Fairy. So what this means is that around this situation, there is, in terms of your energy, a little bit of fear going on, a little bit of anxiety and anxiousness about the changes, about perhaps the relationship or the matter that is of heart for you. There's some fear around this, and you know, we all know that fear is an illusion, and fear is when we go into our head, and that's when we start to make stuff up. It's the things that we're worried about, which most of the time never happen. And so there's a lot of mental energy in a space of worried about things not coming to fruition. Not a great place to be. You really don't want to stay in that energy. So, you know, it would be a really good idea to acknowledge that you're feeling this way, acknowledge when it creeps up on you, and perhaps how you may be blocking good energy of this victory coming your way. It's there, but, you know, no need to fear, because we know that victory is coming your way. So it's... yeah, isn't that interesting? But part of that is due to what you have been going through in the past, and it's caused you elements of concern based on past events, past history. And so I guess it's understandable that the fear is there, but Spirit is telling me it's unwarranted. There's no need to have that fear, because what has been in the past is gone and is done. So we have the Serpent card, and it's interesting that the Serpent card has come up a few times recently in some readings that I've done, and some people feel a little bit wary of the serpent, but the symbol of the serpent represents healing and knowledge and connection from earth to spiritual realm. So, and that's what we mean by knowledge. It's having a deeper understanding of our purpose, why we're here, what's going on, and this brings healing to the situation for you and to you. So when we tap into our inner knowing and we let go of the fear, we're able to have a deeper understanding as to why things are happening and why we're responding in a certain way. So when anxieties come to the fore about what you're so desiring, part of your healing process to get to this place of victory is to stay grounded, take care of your well-being, acknowledge what's going on in your mind and how you are perceiving the situation, because how you perceive it is having a direct effect on your well-being. And so the serpent is turning up in the card to ask you to tap into what you know at a deeper level, what you know to be true, rather than what you are fearing. So that's the difference between these two cards. Is fear is an illusion, and this is about your spiritual knowledge, your deeper knowledge of yourself, what we refer to as your soul, your higher self. Because when we tap into that energy, we're able to access the love, the self-love, divine love, the healing that we need, and the understanding of the bigger picture, rather than what we fear in what's in front of us. And so often what we perceive to be in front of us is not the truth or the reality. So we need to go deeper to understand that. Healing is necessary to achieve this beautiful relationship or depth of love and connection and experience. This is what's needed. And then, of course, to complement where you're at the moment, we have the water fairy, which means, yes, you're in a period of high emotions at the time, sensitive, feeling what you feel, and sometimes that's challenging. It's not bad to feel our emotions. It's important to actually acknowledge how you're feeling and ask yourself, why am I feeling this? Why am I feeling the depth of my emotions right now? What has triggered it? What's running through my mind? What healing needs to take place, and how can I assist my own healing? And the answer to that is to always be truthful to yourself and recognize, well, how do you want to feel today? What is one small thing you can do to relieve your mental pressure, to assist your physical healing? And for me, it's often doing a reading or being out in nature. I absolutely love the experience of just letting everything go and just connecting with nature, and I find that's very healing for me. But we all have our own ways of doing it. So, as you're feeling the depth of your emotions, use this as an opportunity to understand yourself, why you're feeling the fear, and that's going to help you, hopefully, to better understand yourself and assist your own self-healing. So let's move on to the next deck of cards, the Enchanted Map cards. We've got them flying out today. Here we go. So we have the Sacred Pool, again, very much in our emotions and our feelings. We have Metamorphosis, indicating the change that we're going through. And there's a card called Follow the Leader here. Very interesting, we'll come back to that one. Okay, so the Sacred Pool is the place where you can go for your deeper healing. As we enter the Sacred Pool, it's a way of being able to release and surrender to our fears, to our emotions, and to give ourselves permission to sit with that and to really connect with what is going on in our heart chakra, what is going on inside of us, and to allow yourself to feel what you feel. It's so important because in this day and age, so many people discount their feelings and say that emotions are bad and it's bad to be emotional. And I think that there's been a very negative taint put on the whole aspect of having emotions. Emotions are there for a reason. We were born with emotions to assist us to understand how we're thinking and what we can do, and what is the cause or the basis for the emotions that we're feeling. So it's sort of like a signal and a way for us to better understand what our beliefs are, what we're telling ourselves, what our perspective is, because in truth, we're all in charge of our own feelings. And so when we have that depth of emotion that comes up, it's not about how somebody made us feel something. Yes, people can do things and the external environment can trigger us, but at the end of the day, we're in control of our own emotions, our own feelings. So I just wanted to say that that's an important part of your healing, is to understand it's important to manage and be responsible for your own emotions. So let's just say we've acknowledged that. So you're in that space of needing some time alone to reflect, nurture your well-being, your mental and emotional well-being, and allow yourself to let the mind calm and settle so that you can understand where you're at the moment and connect with your higher self. Connection with spirit while being grounded is really important process of your healing, so that you can understand the pathway forward, because you are definitely moving forward. Right? So to assist yourself in your own journey, That's what you need to do. You need to take care of your healing. You are responsible for how you feel and your own healing. Because, my dear friends, there has been quite a significant change, a metamorphosis, perhaps both for you and the person of your interest. And so this creates some discomfort. And when we have discomfort, we have emotions, you know, so that they kind of go together. Change is never easy or smooth. It's quite often uncomfortable and bumpy. But the important thing is that we can assist ourselves going through that change by acknowledging how we feel and helping our own growth and our own healing. Because change is not for the worse, change is for the better here. There's beautiful growth and understanding going on here, and it's bringing you closer to that beautiful relationship that's already in existence, but there's an acknowledgement of it. And perhaps what you may be hearing is some communication around that. So that's really beautiful. And so the next card we have, Follow the Leader here. I'm just trying to get into the energy of this. You're definitely on a path. You're on a path of your own journey. And what I'm getting a sense of is that you are the leader of yourself. And whilst there are people who are attracted to your light, your energy, they are supporters for you. And I think you may be noticing as you're going through this transformation that you've got people who are coming with you on the journey. So you are the leader in this card. You are leading the way. You are shining the light on the path, not only for yourself, but for others. So it's really important in this time of change and this time of victory, as you're moving forward, to really remember the leader that you are. And we all are. We all have that ability to empower ourselves and to stay focused on our soul journey. But in this case, you need to remember that stay focused on the path ahead. And you can see the path is clear, maybe windy. There may be a lot of things to experience along the way, but you have people coming with you. And those people are interested in what you have to say, what you have to do. They're drawn to your energy. And they're there also in many ways to support you. So stay focused. This is a journey for the long haul. I don't know if you can see there's a clock on the tree there. And this journey it represents growth for the long term, sustainable growth, soul growth, expansion. And yes, it may feel at times it's a long and windy road, but the path is being cleared for you. And look at this brilliant light behind the tree. This is success. This is moving towards the light, moving towards divine love. And you've got people who want to journey with you along the way. How beautiful is that? All right. So I have a deck of beautiful cards that I've just acquired recently. Shamanic Oracle cards. They're so beautiful. And I know that they've been around for a while, but I just felt incredibly attracted to the earthy energy. But at the same time, the beautiful spiritual energy of these cards. That's what they look like. And I just love them. So we're just going to pull one card from this today. Okay, we have the wind. To me, the wind says times are changing, and times are changing quickly. There's the wind card. So, along with this, experience of change, is that quite likely you're going to experience rapid change in your life based on this transformation that you're going through. And, it's really quite beautiful, but it's swift. It's swift, but it's for your spiritual awakening. And it's part of the process. It's sort of like you don't get a choice here. It's just happening anyway. So winds of change are coming. Seasons are changing, which is true. In reality, it's true. Spiritually, things are rapidly changing. And gosh, it may take you by surprise. It may sweep you off your feet. But it's okay, because I just want you to remember that this is all part of the victory that you're going to be experiencing after this long time, and the coming together that happens following this big time of transformation. And let's not forget, in terms of relationships or things that you are passionate about, matters of the heart, there's a coming together here. So the reading started with that energy and is finishing with that energy, which is really beautiful. So knowing that there's transformation happening, it's happening quite swiftly, but stay focused on the path. And I'm going to have one more card from the Whispers of Love deck. With that Winds of Change card, the number 6 and 3 add to 9, which leads to, cups being fulfilled, like the 9 of Cups. It's also pointing to swift communication as well. So I'm sorry, I just need to pause on that. So the swift communication and the swift change is bringing transformation in your life in a positive way. It may take you by surprise, as I said, but the energy feels good for the ultimate outcome. And you may at this point in time not know what that ultimate outcome is, but the change is swift, which is good, it's healthy, and we know that it's going to be a success for you. So that's really great. Okay, so Whispers of Love, last card for the reading today. And then we will do a recap. Okay, feeling this card here, which is, well, it's not wanting to come, so I'm just going to redo that. Okay. One card for today, please. What do we need to know in matters of love? Thank you. Emotions. All the readings that are coming up in the last few days is all about emotions. Embrace your emotions. So, and of course we've got this beautiful unicorn and the wings and this sense of movement and flying. Allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. Gosh. So, you know what? As I said at the beginning of the reading, it's okay to feel what you feel. Just own it and use it as part of your healing, part of your change. So we have, embracing your emotions, feeling the depth of your emotions. Don't use this as a way to feel fearful. Use this as a way to assist you with your healing. So look, change is unsettling, and so it's quite human nature to feel what you feel. So just examine those feelings and ask yourself, why do I feel the way I do? Give yourself some time to reflect on it, not from a judgmental point of view, but to be able to understand and love yourself, and to give you that healing and perspective for this beautiful change that is happening in your life. It's really lovely. So yeah, there we have it, guys. We have, the reading started with this connection where your energy is very focused on relationships, matters of the heart, things that you're passionate about. And then there's this very stern communication, positive, objective, almost business-like communication that's coming from this masculine energy here. And the intention is to set the record straight. There's no malice, it's just objective, stating things as they are. So that's either your energy or the other person. But it sort of does bring victory. What you've been focused on is coming to fruition. Things that you've been hoping for is coming to fruition, and you're going to have that victory. Yes, it's a period of change in your life, you know, that's happening for you, but honor your emotions and allow yourself the time and the space for that beautiful healing to reflect, and be responsible for your own healing, being responsible for your own emotions, and recognize that you are on a very significant pathway here towards the light, towards long-term stability. But you are a leader here. You are paving the way for others, and people are drawn to your energy and drawn to what you have to say and to share. So that's very beautiful, you know. And so recognize from a big picture point of view your soul path and your journey and what you're here to do, because all of this change is about getting you on that journey in a beautiful way, in a healed way. And you know, when we get a little bit lost in our emotions, don't go towards fear, but see the bigger picture of where you're heading to, not where you've come from. So we're moving towards the light here. Beautiful. All right, people, that is your reading for the week. I do hope you've enjoyed it. And one last little bit of commentary before we say goodbye. If you have found this video helpful to you, please like and subscribe to the channel. And you will know, of course, because I'm going to be talking about it regularly, is the recent publishing of my book, The Power of Soul Loving, which you can see the banner behind me. So a lot of love has gone into this book, and a lot of spiritual guidance as well. And it's perfect for someone who is experiencing a lot of change in life. So this reading is really pointing to that. So, you know, we do come across changes in our life, and it does evoke a lot of fear, and sometimes we are overwhelmed by how to manage that fear and how to manage the discomfort of change. Well, you'll find a great deal of help in here, and with relatable experiences that will assist you going forward, because, you know, we want to always be moving towards a greater sense of love in our life, love for ourselves, and love for you know, the journey that we're going on. We're constantly moving and changing, and at times we can feel like there's no rule book or roadmap as to how to go through that in a healthy way, mentally, emotionally, physically and spiritually. Well, the Power of Soul Loving helps us to understand our spirituality at the core of everything. But, you know, we're living a very physical and real life, and real stuff happens. So how do we manage that change? I hope you find this book of interest. You can order it on Amazon.com. You can order on BalboaPress.com and most other online bookstores. Anyway, that's it from me. I hope you have a beautiful week, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.